We have a creature heavy hand. We can go Crygen Relic turn 2. We have a draw. Yeah, I think I would keep this. I'm really liking this type of stream. Chill background music, nice discussion in chat. Good job. Thank you very much. It's also your merit, guys. But yeah, I am definitely the classical music type of guy. Tapland, pass. There is nothing we can do turn 1. No, it's terror. I'd rather take the guess, not to update this another time later. Hypergeomancer the goat. Hello, thank you very much. And UB Fair is really slow. No. I like, if this was Geddon, I wouldn't bet on UB Fair is really slow. I mean, it can be, but if I have to take decisions according to my opponent deck, I wouldn't bet on this being slow. So how do we play against Terror? Against Terror, if I'm against Terror, and now I am assuming I'm against Terror, typically I want to multi-spell at turn 2 or 3. So the best play to me here is just pass, because I'm not giving them opportunity to casting counterspells. Counterspell on Relic would be weird, like I wouldn't like it, because I need the Relic to draw. And at some point I will have so many artifacts. Probably I'm flashing the camera, I'm not sure, we'll see. But I will have so many artifacts that I will be multi-spelling and they can counter only one. Really love your content, friend. I send the majority of full-length video to our local Pauper Discord. Visibility is always good. Thank you very much appreciated. We are in a moment when my channel is growing very fast. Not sure if you all know, but my channel is open for less than a year. And we are already achieving good results, so I'm very happy. Thank you very much for the support. And question for you, where are you from? What is your local league? They're brainstorming, so let's let them think. They play the brain game, and I take care of the chat in the meantime. Pennsylvania, USA. Oh, wow. What time is there, actually? I'm from Central Europe. Portland Pauper. Double Terror. Okay. So. Oof. I think we need artifact, whatever. I'm flashing this. West Coast versus East Coast, yeah. Wow. Yeah, let's make this counter. Doesn't really matter. No response. Hoping to draw an artifact land. Not really, no. So, I think it's the weird block moment. There is no way to do... No, I think I have to do it this way. So, as I said multiple times, but I will repeat it because to my eyes it's a very important concept. Utro Monitor is a good card against Terror, surprisingly, because like it messes up with their math. Like their creatures are 5/5, they're relevant creatures, their non-cast downable creatures are 5/5. And we can double block with almost any combination of our creatures, making like the 1-for-1 trade anyways. So that's why I consider Utro Monitor a good addition in the matchup against Mono Blue Terror. Okay, this I didn't like, but I think second from the top, and we hope to draw a land, because we have the Toadcast. It's 1 PM here. Gearing up for local this evening. Good luck, what are you playing tonight? A bit weird for me to say tonight, because actually is night here, it's 22:14. I cannot really afford to block. All my math rambling got demolished by their dim inferior. Oh no. Okay, this is the moment when I miss Kirkland Shaman. Like, I think I wouldn't even say that they had good hand, because they had like Brainstorm, Scour, so they were actually digging for this. And this is classic Mono Blue Terror. But what I'm trying to say is that this happens, right? And Dimir is not ready for this, because like I had a good start, I had double creatures turn 3, They were both flying. I am backed up with a lot of draw spell. And here there is nothing I can do to face this. So let's try to draw something. Of course, we know that we are drawing a monitor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 artifacts. Well, I have to spike a land. And we lost the game. High rolled. We had a slow start. They had a difficult to define start because, like, as I said, they brainstormed, they digged for this. I know they play mono blue terror well, so that's what happens. And yeah, I'm not sure actually. Maybe we lost some points against mono blue terror in the matchup spread. I actually wasn't thinking about this. Rally was like felt very enjoyable. If we don't want to lose, we have to do this like thing. But we block in a bad way with the information that we cannot do anything next turn. Right? There is no shaman we can draw. Yeah. Okay, sure, you won. There is nothing we can do. Like, that's the point, right? If this card were a toxin and they had like red lands here, I would still play the game. They probably have Dispel or whatever. But at least there would be a card saying, hey, I can actually kill this, probably punishing this overextension here. But there is nothing we can do at the moment. So goodbye, next game. On top of this, we give up on red. This means force positions against blue decks, given our sideboard. So envelop, yeah, it's just as very bad. Okay, they are removing probably the dim inferior, so I think fangs can be good. Huh. I think I'm putting this in. I'm putting fangs just because I know we will need some time. This is infinite blocker, so it's okay. We have to cut something. Rod is definitely bad in this matchup. This blocks almost any of their creatures or trade. Shaman is definitely a loss. What am I cutting here? Probably a couple of rocks. And one draw spell. A fountain. Cutting rocks is always a bad idea, but I have 6 seconds, so sorry. Yeah. Shaman is OP against some matchups. Yes, Shaman is the card that is played main deck for the sole reason that you, in the matchups when you need to see it, if you don't see it, you lose. So that's why the card is played main deck, in my opinion. Also, when I was on Glee, like 1 or 2 years ago, the reasoning was the same. I was on 2 or 3 Shaman main deck because there was Kuldotha, and I couldn't kill Kuldotha without it. So yeah, double cast down, I'm sold. Game 1 is very down against Terror, that's why we need sideboard. Yes, I am slowly convincing myself that Duress is actually a good card in Dimir and not in Grixis. I've always thought that it's not a good card in Grixis if the meta doesn't contain any, let's say, high tide-like matchup. Okay, this is good, but... I think I have to play into their Annul or whatever counter. Yes, but it doesn't matter. Because the upside of doing this is that we can draw over the blood next turn if we don't draw a land. So I think I had to give it a go here. I don't have many creatures, I have cast down. I think I need to deploy lands at the moment. Spellbomb, yes, I think it's a good idea to run the full playset now, because we don't play only artifact lands. Land is good. Like there are some lands that leave a gap. So if we are on some basics, I think playing more 1-drops fills this gap, and it kind of distributes the curve of artifacts in more or less the same way. Mono blue terror. For spellbombs, yeah, I just answered this, but... Oh, nice. Nah, I thought they were like skipping a land drop. No munitions makes it a tough decision for sure. Yeah, no munitions is definitely something I feel, yes. Good opener. This is a must counter. And if this resolves, very likely this will be a fodder for our bargain, but it doesn't resolve. Fine. So my priority at the moment is to find one more land to be able to pay the word. The first creature will be taken care of by the extra confession, but the second and third creatures need definitely extra mana to be taken care of. I think against Dimir they could keep the Delver. Yes, depends how many Steel Sabotage they have. I also had this Toad while I was sideboarding, but the conditions for keeping the Delver and for removing them are the same as Grixis, because like there is Ultra Monitor, right? And it trades, and like knowing my opponent, I think they went through the same Toad process, and I think they removed the Delver, but again, I think it's not a complete bad idea to leaving the Delvers. I think it depends on the approach. How do you want to approach the matchup? Would have cut Fountain. Yes, Fountain can be a cut, but it enables early creatures or multi-spelling. So it's hard for me to cut it when I am on 3 or 2 copies. Now I'm on... Okay, we got a land. Now I'm on 3 copies. Okay, this resolves. We need lands, we need things. So my plan here is the following. I pass. I try to kill it on the attacks, whatever. If you are playing in paper Magic, keep in mind not to pay the word immediately. It's the opponent's responsibility to declare the trigger. Of course, on MTGO this doesn't happen, but this is something we do in League or like to mimic in big tournament. Okay, they have this, but fine. To mimic big tournaments, but at Paupergeddon or in competitive rule enforcement level, it's opponent's responsibility to take care of the word. And one of my friends actually did it on stream. So not declaring that they are paying the word, and the opponent didn't say word, so they saved 2 mana. And actually I think that those 2 mana had the game. So exceptional priority would be to deploy this Serpent. I think they converted a Dispel, they have 3 cards in hand. I think I'm trying with the Confession. 1, 2, 3 artifacts. We are very low on the artifact count. They have it, fine. I think we get hit another couple times. Also Darksteel Citadel, I don't think it's necessary. I preferred a couple of Dimir lands gain 1 life and basics. The mana base is a huge question to answer to. I am putting the Darksteel Citadel to have extra target of Kenku and to have untap lands. So that is my reasoning, but I didn't run any math for the mana base. I did like bro science, 50-50 black and blue cards, more or less 50-50 lands. It's like the very pioneer moment of the deck. Another snake. Okay, so we need artifacts, and I want to deploy the Gearseeker Serpents, but they have Sleeping Graveyard. Oh no, they have Sleeping Graveyard. So we need 4 mana to kill this. Well, let's start with Familiar because it's odd mana and we have only things that cost 2 mana. So let's see what they discard. How to approach the turn now? Oh, I think we lost. Unless we play some acrobatics, they are on 1 mana, so if we kill 1 creature now, and next turn we deploy double creature, maybe. Maybe, yes. Let's try. No response. If they have another Dispel, of course we pay 2. Notice our opponent, they're playing very well because they first wait for our war to resolve and they counter optionally later. No response. Okay. So this is good info because if we manage to solve this second terror, we actually can win the game. I think I'm saving up on this block, But they have too many creatures. Ah, interesting. Okay, I wouldn't have blocked, trust me. But I think they are doing it for the next turn, not for right now. This means they have probably an extra creature, like 1 mana into sleep. Yeah, they're feeding the graveyard. I have the feeling that we lost super badly. Oh, wow. We lost super badly to Terror. So artifact land, I would do it immediately. 4, 5 artifacts. Well, they have 6. Ah, they can tap 2. This is not good at all. So I think I'm casting Mirror Enforcer for 2 mana. No response. I'm casting the Gearseeker Serpent. They have 19 cards in graveyard. And I think we necessarily have to wait for them to tap out, to tap both of our creatures, and try to draw off over one of them. That's probably our... Unless they play... Okay, they tap 1, they tap the second. And we go to 12, so we survive at one life. I'll have to update the score. We lost game 1. Darksteel Citadel, I commented. A couple of Bojuka is a nice touch. Bojuka, I just removed it. It was in the original deck idea. I removed it because I wanted to prioritize the reason why I'm not playing Grixis. And the reason why I'm not playing Grixis is untapped lands. So if I want untapped lands, I cannot run Bojuka. I know it's a good card, but I think for Spellbomb is enough, and I don't want to play an extra tapland of 1 color. Often overperforming, yeah, that is true. Sometimes it's very good, but okay. I don't think I'm actually doing it in response, so they cannot play a land for counterspell, let's say. Okay, oh wow, we have a Blood Fountain. Not sure if this will be relevant. Not enough mana artifacts. Yes, artifacts. I think I would have noticed if this was castable, but we are unlucky because we have like 2 out of our 4 or 5 non-artifact lands. We are comfortably at 1. Blood Fountain, not a good draw. Unless we play Blood Fountain first. Is there anything we can do? So there is a Familiar and there is a Mirror Enforcer. But they kill us, right? If we return 2 creatures, they kill us because they tap 2 and attack. So I think it's just more optimal to use our skill, also known as luck, to draw another draw 2 and gain 7 probably. Cast down. Nope, I don't think this saves the game. I don't think this saves the game. No, there is nothing we can do, right? Because they can just tap 2 our creatures. Yeah, there's nothing. What a loss. Like, I felt very bad against Terror. Very bad. On top of that, they can have a... They don't have a Dispel because they would have played earlier. Oopsie. But it doesn't save us now. Unlucky draws. I'm not sure if it's unlucky draws. I think this is deck design. Like, we actually... Like, look at our draws. We got Familiar, Enforcer, cast down, Extra Confession, cast down. Like, it's the 3rd cast down we got. Like, I just think we made the deck much worse against Terror. Like, I didn't think I was winning for a second of this game. And this second game too, like this game 2 on their side, was pretty average, like pretty okay. Like, they did their stuff. I think I wasn't overrun by their like mono green Terror, let's say, right? Yeah, I'm dead. I know. They don't. Probably they misclicked. I'm sure they know. Draws were fine. Yes, I agree. Like let's have like 1 minute to comment on this thing, because like terror is a top tier, and I think Dimir has to be able to face terror if we want to call it a deck, right? I agree that we cannot say lucky draw and lucky draws, because like they were fine. Like our draws were very good and their game was fine. Of course, we have a sample of 2 games that we lost, but at the same time, like I didn't feel good in this game, genuinely. Like I don't think uh, I don't think I was okay in any moment of the game. I think I was like demolished from the very beginning. I think I played all the lands, right? I didn't skip a land drop. Those were fine. I think we should have protected more extract, uh, baiting with something else. That is possible, but I had like three spot removal, and at that point I couldn't really play anything else. So I would have taken 5 more damage, I think. I think this is the matchup where we really feel the absence of Red Elemental Blast and Pyroblasts. Because like as Grixis, I've become more comfortable against Terror since Utrom is a card. So like if I could choose to play against one of the decks in the meta share when I'm on Grixis, I definitely name either Rally or Terror, like Mono Blue. Or even Blue Black. I think it's even easier Blue Black because they are slower. But with the Dimir version, oh god, I think I was really down.